Invest in Stuttgart, ladies and gentlemen, Commodity TV, and we are here live on stage at the booth of Swiss Resource Capital. And yeah, with me here is Greg Ferron, the Vice President of Corporate Development from Treasury Metals, and wants to give us a short update about the company. Greg, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Johan. Nice to be here.
Happy to have you here. Well, Treasury Metals, we have spoken already with Martin Walter, I think it was in Toronto, but
right.
Since then some nice things happened. You did a financing and also you refinanced your facility with RMB. Can you explain a bit, please?
Yes, we did. Yeah, a few weeks ago we announced a binding financing with two investors, Extract Capital and Loynet. It's a mine equipment finance group out of South Africa, and a portion of the proceeds are going to repay RMB, and the balance of the proceeds will be to continue to advance the feasibility and permits.
Perfect.
That's the main focus of the company right now.
Okay, and what does it mean exactly for the company that you have repaid RMB? Does it mean now that you have a longer term to pay back that loan? Let's put it that way. Is it, bringing off pressure from the company, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, over the past 4 or 5 years, we have been able to continue to access capital for the project, even in these difficult markets. So this is a real endorsement for the company to be able to raise the $6 million. I think the end market was concerned how we were going to repay RMB, because RMB was planning to project finance the mine, but they've exited the mine finance business. So the nice thing about this financing is it is a convertible transaction. So as the shares rise, we can convert the debt into equity.
That's pretty clever.
And we also have an additional, the money is due in Q3 2017.
Okay, so, that's time enough, I would say.
Yeah, and we're expecting to have the permits and feasibility well in advance of that. So we should have the project financing in place as well.
Okay, great. We were talking by now something like $100 million as the first initial project cost.
Yeah.
This went up slightly. I mean, you are working now on the feasibility, for what reason it went a little bit up? I think by, what is it, $15, $20 million, something like that?
Yeah, that's correct. So we did a preliminary economic assessment. We've done 2 of them over the past few years, and we're currently working on a feasibility and mine permits. And through some of that work we've done with the government and some of these additional economic studies, the PEA doesn't really look at things like closure costs in detail and the tailings facility in detail. It looks more at the economics, the mill, the operating costs. So that's why we've had these additional costs layered on, just because we've adding more detailed look at closure, contingency, and tailings costs.
But it means also, I mean, as an investor, I'm always concerned about surprises. So I would say, no more surprises, right?
I don't think so. I mean, there has been some positive surprises as well. The Canadian dollar depreciating with the US dollar, we now have the gold price at 1,1700 Canadian, whereas when we did the last economic study, it was the US Canadian dollar was at parity.
Yeah, it was a one-to-one,
And some of the other costs like energy and employment are at least neutral or even declining. So we've had some positive developments as well.
Great. When do you think you have the feasibility finished?
Well, it's well underway now, so we should have the feasibility done this year. I mean, the main thing is timing it with completion of the permits, market conditions, and then the feasibility can really be finalized at any time.
Right? As you have done the last financing, which is only 2 weeks ago, as you have done this with a mine financing company, or let's say equipment financing company.
Sure, that's right,
Is this a bit of a sign that you are already in the process, to get the money done for the project? I mean, 120 million is not that much.
Yeah, it's a good question. So we are seeing different investors now. We're no longer an exploration company. We have the reserves, we have the economics, so we're looking at the mine financing now. So this group has a lot of experience in financing projects at this stage, or at least the equipment part of it. And the other group, Extract, as well. They really tend to invest in development stage or producers.
Yeah, I mean, for you it's even more important to have good equipment finance because you have such a terrific infrastructure. I mean, you don't need those critical items a lot of other companies are facing. I mean, you have roads, power, water, sewage, everything is there. You're on a sensational place. So I think it's even more important that you have the professionals from the parts you need, that you have them already on board.
Right. No, I agree.
Yeah. Perfect.
Very good point.
So next news flow, hopefully some good things about the feasibility, the permitting, of course.
Probably some updates on the permitting.
Super. So with the permitting, all is okay? You're on good track?
Yeah, we're very advanced in the permitting. We have a very good handle on what's left in the process, and we're in a mining-friendly jurisdiction. It's just a matter of getting all the process done properly.
So you're just checking the boxes.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Yeah.
Super, perfect, Greg. Thank you very much. All the best for that, and hope to hear soon from some good permitting stuff, and whatever you are doing, wish you all the best for that.
Okay,
thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, it was Greg Ferron, the Vice President of Corporate Development of Treasury Metals. And you heard it, the permitting is well underway. The company is working very professional on all the items they have to check. Checking the boxes is the theme. Great jurisdiction, great infrastructure. The project has everything to go in production. And I mean $120 million, it's absolutely manageable. Check out the company. Thanks for watching us, and bye-bye from Stuttgart from the Invest.